Hi everyone and welcome back to Path of Exile. We are in 320 and yeah, League Start is pretty much done. We are level 86 thanks to a lot of safe houses with intelligence gathering, right? I expect mainly into Betrayal, a little bit of strong boxes, a little bit of map sustain, and also the ability to get increased chance for Conqueror maps to drop because I want to farm Cyrus a little bit again. Yeah, so tree-wise we are where we are expected to be. We did spec out of LE Overload. The main thing is import your character into PoE and deactivate this node, and if you do more damage with roughly around 250% crit multi, you should already be doing more damage consistently. You can spec out of this, right? My gear is pretty decent for day 2. I only started playing on Saturday, so I'm very happy. I have a lot of decks on the gear, not enough strength, so I still need these points here, but that's a-okay, right? And yeah, that is pretty much all for now. We do have a +1 scepter, where I craft a crit strike chance on it. We have a 5 link at the moment with trash stats, except the dex and lightning res are quite useful. We have a nice leather belt with a lot of life and reduced flask charges used. That's pretty decent. It's not the best thing, but all in all, I'm fairly happy with the gear we have. No +1 on the shield, just a huge life roll again and some all res. Flasks, definitely the one I rolled by myself as soon as I could. Just an instant recovery when on low life, with blood removal on there, a quicksilver with some cast speed, that's just what I rolled on this. I went ahead and rolled a crit flask. That gives me flask charges when we deal crits. This is very good. Like, this will help keeping the diamond flask up during boss fights, and it's also immune to freeze and chill during effect, which is nice. We have the granite flask just with a little bit of burning removal and immunity to ignite, and the basalt flask with immunity to shock during effect. So that just helps until we are ailment immune, which is one of the next steps that we will be taking. Level 87 will go into annihilation to get more crit and crit strike multi, right? And the next 4 levels will, or 3 levels then, will go into shield spell damage, cast speed, as well as arcane sanctuary to start the process of getting towards ailment immunity. We actually have unlocked the craft already, so we are able to craft that stuff on our gear, which is very nice indeed. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, ailment immunity is coming up. One heck of a thing happened though. We have our first Catarina fight ready, which is awesome. I'm not really sure if I have enough damage to do this comfortably, but we will try. And this is also just a good DPS check for the moment, I feel like. We should be able to deal with Catarina. She is on monster level 74, so not the lowest, but definitely not the highest. And we will just take a quick glance. Phase 1 should not be too much of a problem. Let's make sure we do use our flasks. And let's try and dodge her attacks. There we go, so far so good. Let's make sure we don't walk into stuff. That's okay-ish damage. We are roughly around 300k at the moment, which for the point I'm at, that is definitely enough for me for the moment. So phase 1 is done. Decently enough. I am happy with that. I feel like, yeah, that is a-okay. For upgrades, we are chasing the helmet, right? That's why we are here. We also we hit 5k life already, which is oh so good. Like, that is a huge part of why we are able to push. I was able to deal with tier 10 maps, just like 1 or 2 of them, and I was able to drop my first red tier map. I haven't run this one yet, because I need a couple of Val Orbs before I start corrupting my red maps, right? So I'm just waiting a little bit on that. But honestly, I feel like up until tier 12, we should not have too many problems with the 5 links. With the 5 link we are rocking. We might need to recraft that one for obvious reasons, right? Except for the decks, every stat on there is pretty bad. We definitely want more life. So I will have to take a look at that at some point. For the moment though, it is absolutely sufficient. And yeah, League start itself went very, very nicely. As I said, I started playing yesterday. I was not able to play on Friday because I just fell asleep on Friday before the league even started. Like 7 PM I fell asleep, and was like, okay, I'm not feeling good. I'm definitely not going to stress about league start or anything. If I need to sleep, then I will go to sleep. Upside was, I did wake up on 4 AM yesterday, which enabled me to level through the campaign yesterday and started mapping today and have a little bit of fun with mapping and just a little bit of gear progression and stuff, right? So here we are. The main fight is about to start. Let's see if we can deal with this. We should be able to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's just make sure in the beginning her attacks are quite easy to dodge. So let's try and be ready for the upcoming phases. Those will be a little bit more tricky to deal with because we have the pillar in the center that will be firing at us. My Chaos Res is still pretty trash. If you take a quick look, minus 17%. It's better than minus 60, yes, but it's still pretty suboptimal, not gonna lie. But you know what, we are going to deal with that as well. We just need to focus on dodging, especially the beam in the middle, as well as all of her AoE attacks and her melee strikes. That was way too close. Okay. We can actually use Val Righteous Fire. And yeah, I forgot about this. We need to... I wasted my Val Righteous Fire there, basically. She was still invulnerable. But that's okay. Now we can deal damage again. And yeah, as you can see, 300,000 damage is definitely enough to deal with Catarina. That is a-okay. Hey, Growly is online. Nice. Definitely need to talk to him a little bit. I don't know what build he is playing and how he experienced the league so far. For the most part, I had a good time, especially with the build itself, but also just like how everything functions right now is definitely way better than it was with Arch Nemesis. But that I can tell for sure. Like, that's definitely easier to deal with rares at the moment. Yes, there are still the occasional, like, very tanky ones, but it's definitely no longer as obnoxious as it was with full Arch Nemesis in effect. So yeah, I am pretty glad about the changes. I think they work absolutely as intended. Oh, we need to be ready to deal with those guys. Let's try and step on every single one, or it is too late, although I am a bit late on some of them. I think we are fine. Yes, I think we had. Yeah, we were able to step on all of them. Good. That is always concerning. Those little buggers deal a good amount of damage, so yeah, make sure to always step on those guys. Let's stand near the pillar to see where the attacks are coming from. We can dodge them like that. Good stuff so far. Just try and keep the damage output going. Yes, flame dashing is pretty much the worst thing to do because we lose all intensity in one single flame dash, but better lose damage than your life, right? Okay. Back into action here. try to get more damage in. Dodge that fairly nicely, that's good. So get over here and out of there. Very, very nice. Good stuff. Decent fight so far, even with low-ish DPS, right? If you remember last time we fought her, we had like a massive amount of more damage available. But as you can see, this fight revolves a lot around just dodging her stuff and trying to not get hit. Because as long as you don't die, you're able to retaliate, which helps us out tremendously right now. Okay, we have one more of these guys to get rid of. There we go. Where is she? Still there, okay. Let's dodge the melee hit. So far, so good. Need to be careful though. Do never underestimate the potency of her attacks though. That can be very deadly very quickly. Okay, let's get away from that. See, our Diamond Flask did get some charges because we were able to crit a couple of times, which is very nice. Again, refilled it a little bit. And we made it! We made it! Awesome! Let's hope for the Catarina helmet. That would be absolutely amazing for us. Let's see what we get. The flask. Yikes. Didn't expect a first try Catarina helmet, but hey, you can always try, right? You can always try. It is the good old Cinder Swallow urn that we got. A bow to unveil, that is very, very good. Actually, that could be a huge modifier on there. One that we want for our friends especially. We have a couple of friends who are playing bow builds. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's go through the rest of this. Let's gather up some loot. And yeah, unfortunately, I will not have too much time throughout the week to play, which gives me enough time, hopefully, to edit at least the next episode of Left Alone. If you are a fan of that series and were wondering if it would continue, yes. I have a Winged Shaper Scarab, nice. I have pre-recorded another episode, maybe two. It really depends on how much footage I can use from the play session I've done. And yeah, we are nearing the base build, guys. We are nearing it. I hope I can finish the base before Alpha 21 hits. What will I will take the map. Thank you very much. So yeah, the base itself is tested on a level 300 character, so that will be amazing to see it being finished. Yeah, aesthetics still aren't done, but that is not too much of a worry, right? I was here already, right? Yep, okay. Let's go up. Alrighty, so now I just have to try and get many more Catarina fights going. Because I definitely need that helmet, right? But that's a-okay, like, we should be able to get another fight fairly quickly. Yeah. Into a talisman, do we have something that we can... Let's just use this one. Here's... Oh. I think I will save that for a friend of mine. He might be able to use this. I have to ask him, though. Okay, that is it for this safe house. Awesome. Yes, it's just a flask, but do you know what? That is a-okay. If you take a quick look, we have now a reset betrayal board, but we are on 44%, on 50%, on 30, and on 10. So we will be able to cycle through those safe houses quite quickly. I'm out of tune missions though, but those will stack up. In the meantime, I will just do normal mapping, normal progression. But with having focused investigation, we have a 4% chance to get an additional John mission. Also, we probably will spec into this one, yes, because that means we have more John in maps, and also the completion bonus can be increased chance to be June. So that's very nice. First, I will go for I haven't decided which one of those actually, so maybe we focus first on getting more chun missions. That sounds like a good plan. But yeah, that is pretty much where I'm at right now. As you can see, just res capped, except for Chaos Res is still in the negative. That's not too bad. We have 6,700 armor. With flasks up, that goes to 12k, and with molten shell, 14k. And I'm just leveling a molten shell, actually a Val molten shell at the moment. So yeah, that is pretty nice, and pretty much everything I've been up to. And as I said, I will not have too much time throughout the week. I will try to get a couple of safe houses and a couple of Catarina fights done, hopefully. That means that we can have our helmet for the next episode. But yeah, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.